best life back in Scotland. And he's Celtic through and through. Here and here. Yes, we're on the wrong camera. I don't know what's going on. Wait a minute. Jesus. What is that doing? Why is that doing that? There we go. In the right camera. Jesus. That's it. We need to stop that. Also, backroom guys coming in everywhere. Let me just jump back onto this. We're all over the place tonight, aren't we? Let's get to Celtic FC. Celtic have just put a tweet out saying that they're back home. Yes, back home, back to paradise. Back for this hashtag Scottish Cup, hashtag Celtic Kilmarnock. And Brendan Rodgers, speaking about the game today, said with the League Cup already in the bag and a healthy league at the top of the table, the first Scottish Cup game of 24-25 campaign arrives when we take on the visit of Kilmarnock tonight, the tournament that Celtic have enjoyed great success in over the years. Brendan Rodgers is aiming to continue that success after facing a difficult hurdle. And it played Kilmarnock before. It's a tough opponent that we're playing, so we're very mindful of that. Obviously, Derek and his team, they've had a good rest over the period. It's the start of the competition that is synonymous with Celtic. We're excited, and we've got that little bit of extra recovery after playing on Tuesday night, so everyone is fit. Everyone is available, and it's going to be a tough game. He added that Derek's team are always difficult to play against. They're well organised, motivated, and work very hard. We are looking forward to the tough game. It's going to be strong. We need to defend well. We need to show in moments, and we need to have our quality to win the game. It's a totally different game coming back to our place. Obviously, we've played earlier this season, we were at home, we had a good scoreline, but this is a cup game. We have to be ready. We have to play against them. They are a good side. They will do everything they can to get a result. We are not defending the cup. We have to win it. And for that, we go all out attack. And we play the level we know we can. We've got one trophy in the cabinet. This is one more that we aim for this season. This will be part of a treble if we can win it. Of course, I'm looking forward to it. A good start to this game, and hopefully ending in May. The manager knows that after the last final, the players want it more. The fans want it more. The manager wants it more. Bring it on. Celtic are in town. They are back. The boys are back in town. And it is going to be an absolutely fantastic evening of football. And we're just waiting on the Celtic team. Along the bottom of the screen is the team that one of the subscribers put on the channel earlier. Baz did... Give him a span about it. It wasn't happy. I'm trying to catch up with some of the comments there, but there's loads. The audio is distorted. The audio is distorted tonight. Need to turn that down a bit then. If it's distorted tonight, strange one. That's great. I'm just getting Swansea distorted audio, but I sort it out. How is that distorted audio? There should be feedback on it, and distorted audio. Maybe it's the desktop coming back. It sounds okay on this end, or it's all saying it's fine here. Not buying it at all. Sounds fine to me. I'm just out here. Talking shite. I've just listened to it live on YouTube. Does Taylor think that he really wants out of Celtic? Paul Baird. Kaiser's going for Casper, Alistair Johnson, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Trusty, Greg Taylor, Bernardo, Engel, Cowan, Maida, Kuhn and Kyogo. Well, we just have to wait a couple of minutes because the Celtic team will be out in roughly 4 minutes' time. The pitch is looking fantastic at Celtic Park, having had a couple of weeks without any games on it. Well, about a week and a half, about 2 weeks without any games on it. The matchday guide, everything that you need here ahead of Celtic versus Kilmarnock. And why is Mikey Johnson popping up on my... Jesus, let's keep Mikey Johnson as far away from this as possible. Matchday Celtic, let's see, tough opponents today. Nick Walsh and Stephen McLaren. We all know why. It doesn't matter who the refs in that are or the VAR is, because let's face it, Celtic will need to do their talking on the pitch. Yeah, I noticed that, Kaiser. It was turned up too loud. I don't know why it was turned up that volume, but it's fine now. It was hitting the red far too much. It was hitting the red far too much. It's now in the sort of green and yellow zone, which is fine. We don't want it in the red zone. Anyway, predictions for the scores tonight to follow, due to the fact that the team will be out. Something today says he reckons it'll be Casper, Alistair Johnson, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Scales, Alex Baye. Will Alex Baye get a game today in the Scottish Cup? It's a shame that he's not going to be hanging around. I would have loved him to get a treble and then go back to Barcelona. But if Celtic bring in Kieran Tierney, they will automatically tell... I don't know, because the Greg Taylor situation is that fluid. I mean, if we're really going to keep Greg Taylor to the end of the season and then allow him to walk away for nothing, would you not be better selling Greg Taylor in this window and keeping Alex Baye to the end of the season? I just think it's crazy. Evening Baz says Bobby Reid. I think Yang will start. Dave Hislop's going for 4-0. 5-0. Back to clean sheet Casper. I will wait and see. KT. If you missed the start of the video, you need to go back and listen to this song. I thought it was a bit loud, but I did have the sound system on because of the tunes. Alex Baye was never suitable for us, says Chilpill. He's never suitable for us, but he'll probably go on to win the Ballon d'Or in a few years' time. And then we'll be like, Celtic are just shite, aren't they? It's a must-win game today. Celtic team will be out in roughly about 2 minutes' time. I need to make sure that I've got all the screens ready to upload, and the 55th title is on the way. Got the right screen. It's a must-win today. Of course, it's a must-win today. We don't win today. Paul Baird says, get Taylor gone ASAP. Have you been fighting, or did the missus crack you out? I cut my lip shaving. Had a triple shave and a couple lip shaving last night. So yeah, I think we need to call it as should Taylor use the money to bring in penance from Hearts. I think that Taylor needs, if he's not going to sign a new contract, Taylor Kaiser, he needs sold. It's as simple as that. He shouldn't be given the right to walk away for Celtic for absolutely nothing at the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? Look back to David Turnbull. Baz, is it true Rennes are doing a swap with Kyogo and Jota? Nope. Celtic mad. Jota's away somewhere else. There's no chance of that. Not a chance. We are already halfway out the door and we're playing him at the moment. Yes, Mr. Quinn, he'll be away in the summer. It's like the wife give you a doing. She did. She gives me a doing every day. It's better that than the other way around like that. That other mob. Anyway, let's get an update on the Celtic. The team is out. Schmeichel, Johnston, Carter-Vickers, Trusty, Taylor, McGregor, Arnie Engels, Hatate, Kuhn, Dyson Maida, Kyogo. On the bench is Scales, Adam Ila, Sinisalo, Alex Baye, Yang, McCowan, Bernardo and Tony Ralston makes the bench for Celtic. Give me around about 30 seconds. So it is a strong team from Brendan Rodgers. It's probably the strongest team that he could have put on. Taylor does start with the disappointment of a few in the crowd. I'll go on to Twitter in just a second just to see what that fans are saying about the fact that Greg Taylor does start again. And Johnson, Carter, Vickers and Trusty, no Scales. People thought that Trusty would get dropped for the game today. Transparent background. That Trusty would get dropped and Scales would be brought back in. The manager has went with Trusty. After I'm slating Trusty in the previous game, front overlay, he has allowed Trusty that. I mean, what is Scales doing wrong? There's the team up on the pitch. So, Lanky was way out with his team, and the team force out, and I'll get the subs along the bottom of the screen, and around about 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. And I'll get the subs on the lower screen, and there are your subs on the screen. I need to just do that again because there we go. So the team is Schmeichel, Johnson, Carter, Vickers, Trusty, Taylor. In defence. What has Liam Scales done wrong? Trusty wasn't that clever, but I mean, Scales is meant to be scratching his head, you know. Maybe Scales is getting kept for the Champions League, you never know. In the midfield is McGregor, Arnie Engels, Hatate in the midfield. It's the strongest midfield that you could get at Celtic for this game. It'll be interesting to see how long Hatate stays on the pitch. And then your wide men is as expected. You bring in Kuhn, he is fit. Dies Maida's fit, and Kyogo is the best striker that we have. I think it's unfortunate that Johnny Kenny hasn't made the bench. When you look at the bench though, it's Sinisalo, Vai, Scales, Ida, Yang, McCown, Bernardo, Ralston. Would you have dropped Adam Ida for this game? It gives us something different. I originally thought 4-1. I'm going to go 3-2 now that the teams are out. The Ackies are drawn with Musselburgh, Jesus. Don't get why Johnny got 20 minutes and now he isn't there. Barry, I think it's the fact that you would have to leave out Adam Ida on the bench. When you look at the subs on the bench, you would have to leave out Adam Ida. The manager's never leaving out Adam Ida to bring in Johnny Kenny. Both Trusty and Scales can be liabilities. I don't think one is better than the other, says Christopher Patterson. You're probably right there. I bet the score was at least 2 in the first half. Whether they like Hatate or not, he's one of our best midfielders. I just hope that Kieran, Hatate turns up for the first half, because there's too many times. Is Hatate becoming a luxury midfield player? A midfield player that only turns up for periods of the game. You want a Celtic midfield to get right dug in, and hopefully he does that today. What the fuck? Why is Rio playing? Doesn't want to be here anymore. I don't think that Rio's come out and said that he doesn't want to be here just now. I mean, he says it every summer, but then he just gets on with it. Hatate scored today, says Larkwinder Pal. Taylor to give Trusty twice as much work. Shocking he keeps getting played. Must have pictures of Rodgers and a titty bar. The bad recruitment's fault that Taylor has played so many games. Well, Wilson QW, that has been sorted out. We got rid of the Lawwell connection from the recruitment team. So yes, it's going to be interesting to see the way that transfers go. And I think that we've been unlucky in this transfer window so far, after the news that came out this morning with a Celtic player. Although I think Ajax were still strong favourites to land the player, but he's going absolutely nowhere now due to the fact that he broke his collarbone in a game last night. It is a strong team. Stop battering Jan, he's hardly played a game. Get Samaras on, says Corey. Trust that to get booked. We're not going to start Tierney. What's happening with Tierney? I've no idea. He's still down in Arsenal. He's still down in London Town, still down in London town waiting on the call for Brendan Rodgers to bring him home. Rio has less periods than a woman. He's scared to tackle, says Michael St. Clair. It was an important team. I mean, I did say that Brendan Rodgers must get the team selection right today. He had to go out with that team. Schmeichel, you're not dropping Schmeichel, right? The back four is the strongest back four we have. Alistair Johnston, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Trusty and Taylor. It's a flip of the coin between Trusty and Taylor. Let's face facts. It's a flip of a coin between Trusty and Scales, Trusty and Scales to play in that position. Taylor, he knows the game inside out. He's better at the Scottish game than Alex Bailly. Alex Bailly is maybe a year away from being capable to do well in this league on an ongoing basis. I think that he would have needed a full 6 months playing week in, week out to really improve for the Scottish game. The European football game, Alex Bailly will wherever he goes, if he goes to Italy, he will fit into a first team and he'll be a first team regular. And it's just going to be one of those disappointing situations for him as a player, that the fact that Alex Bailly is going to be a fantastic player for someone, but it's just not going to be Celtic. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But then when you look at the midfield, Callum McGregor is not getting dropped all day long. Arne Engels, £11 million down the drain. Arne Engels scores again. Yep, I think that Engels has to start. Not just for the price tag, but for what he brings to the team. And Hatate, you know that Hatate can turn it on. Let's just hope that he's in the mood, and that he's in the mood to get us to the next round. Greg Taylor's worse than the worst player on that park. Tierney is packing up his Tesco bags as we speak. In reference, that's GG in reference to the time that he turned up to the Scotland squad. Him and Callum McGregor, wasn't it? Him and Callum McGregor turned up with just Tesco shopping bags. They're like, fuck the carrier bag, just get your clothes in a bag, I'm taking them. That's it. Hatate won't get space he needs and moving the ball fast or beating his man. He's not. It'll be another frustrating day for him, says Chris D. Hopefully McGregor will slow this down. Will McGregor slow it down? I don't know. No Johnny Kenny on the bench, not good, says Big Dom. Big Dom, who would you leave off the bench? Tell me who would you leave off the bench to bring in Johnny Kenny? Because the only player that you can leave off the bench would be Adam Ida. And Adam Ida's stronger. Get Moravchik on. Lubo. Get Moravchik on. All eyes are on Hatate today, says Big Des. And yeah, there will be. Rodgers wasting the true talent playing McGregor in that position. He wants to play. We all know that he plays better up the park. He does. Rio's a big worry, says Mr. Quinn. Martin McKenna says Engel was starting to be one of the first on the team sheet. Secondly, only to Dyson Maida. I think you're right there. Bring on the young boys of Britain. I'm not even thinking about the young boys game yet. We've got a massive game today, and we've got to win this one. We've got to win this one. I think we'll do it at Celtic Park. There's KT's on the bench for Arsenal tonight. That's because they're running short and with injuries. Should loan Kenny to Hibs. That's an interesting one, Stephen Kelly. Drop Ralston for Kenny, but then you've no one for that position if Alistair Johnston gets injured. If Alistair Johnston gets injured, you've no one for the right back position on that bench. So the way that the manager sets it up, I mean, everyone that's on the bench covers one position basically. We don't have the luxury of having players that can cover two positions at Celtic. So it is what it is. I wonder what Kelly will be sent off for tonight, seeing as they had bad disciplinary records. Well, we'll wait and see. We lost out on Mavovsky. We lost out on him. Estepona boy. I'm thinking about somebody else that's down in Estepona. We lost out on him in the summer. Loan out Adam Ida. Keep Kenny at the club. Says, love it. That would be something else. Engels needs to be on the team sheet for those top quality penalties. He's never missed a penalty since he came to Celtic. I was talking to an Arsenal fan last night, and he wanted Kieran Tierney to stay at Arsenal. Get Tierney up the road to paradise. There's a lot of talk with Tierney. Now let's get Baz to 23 subs to go. No, there's not. There's there's 223 to go. 223 to go. Long way to go yet, but I did say that we'd probably get to 21,000. Get this to 21,000 by the end of play on transfer deadline day. Transfer deadline day, which is on a Monday. And I've got to get up early the next day to do an airport run to take someone back to the airport. Never thought that through, did they, when they booked a holiday? But never mind, it is what it is. It's good to get some family over. Anyway, Lubo says, hey, well, Baz and Troops, treble mindset tonight, nay half-hearted defending. I don't think it's the defence that's the issue. I think it's the midfield. I generally think it's the midfield that's the issue, that allowing players, they're getting past our midfield far too easily. And I think that people are needing to put in heavy tackles to stop people. I mean, when you look at the amount of players for one of the Dundee goals, right? When Alistair Johnson got shown the inside, there was another 4 Celtic players around that area, and nobody went in with a sliding tackle. Nobody went in taking one for the team. Nobody slid in and took a booking for the team. Do you know? And maybe that's what's wrong with this Celtic team. They're too nice. They are too nice. They're not. They're reluctant to go down easily when tackled. You know, they try to keep going, keep playing. And I don't know. And agrees, Baz, midfield has been missing for a few games. I think it has. A draw at Ibrox tomorrow. What the heck? We need a new Victor Wanyama. We need a new Bruni. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a Victor Wanyama we need. I think it's more a new Scott Brown that we need. A midfield. Either way, it's a midfield general type person. Callum McGregor is as good as he is better further forward on the left hand side. We should let Kyogo go and Maida interchange. And no Maida. Brendan does this at times. James Beattie's in the house from the good old US of A. Baz, we have a new sworn president here in America on Monday. After listening to the opening speech, the new president, he should sub to make the noble address. James Beattie, I'll need to tune into that on Monday. I usually like watching the political stuff going on in the good old USA. But if he's sworn in on the Monday, you can guarantee I'll be sitting watching that on the telly. What time's it on it? I'll be on during the day here, so yeah, I'll sit and watch that. The missus will be sitting working. Shit, no, I'm working. Crap. Damn. Hopefully it's like after 4:30 here on Monday, so I can get to watch it. Celtic, the best in the world. Big shout out to James Beattie coming in from New York City. New Jersey City. Apologies. You like with your cities over there. Spot on, Baz. The midfield's been a problem. It's been a problem all season. I think it has. We've got to get Kenny in that first team. We've let far too many slip through the net, mediocre, like Adam Ida. Ian, were people saying that Adam Ida was mediocre in the Scottish Cup final or the run-up to the end of the season? He scored 12 p.m. Eastern time, which makes it around about 5 o'clock here, I think. Jesus, it's 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night? I'm not staying up for that. 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, I probably will watch it. I think we'll have a good performance today. We also feel that the officials will have a big part in the game. They always do. Brendan Rodgers has a love regarding sideball McGregor. Even though he's passion overrated McGregor. People used to say that People used to say that about Scott Brown when Brendan first came to Celtic, that Scott Brown was past it. Scott Brown would never, he can go live on a couple of goals. He can't live on a couple of goals. He's been an average. Oh, Jesus. Right, come on, let's hope that Adam Ida proves us wrong. Yes, I've been scrapping with the missus. She laid, no, I cut myself shaving. I got these new razors and they're fucking shite. I'm going back to Gillette. I'm going back to Gillette's razors. Bought these Spanish ones that were meant to be brilliant and they fucking just slash my life. Engels was rested and he struggled. It worked well. Same should apply to Adam Ida. Well, Kenny has a turn. I think so. But the manager. But the problem being, just back from LA, give a shout out to the CAC in Santa Monica at the Trip Bar. Santa Monica. Celtic Supporters Club at the Trip Bar. There you go. Baz, my boy Jay, is just saying that you've been clawed. You've been scrapping. Nope. I feel Celtic need to stop passing the ball too much and go forward. Celtic mad. But see when teams sit back, how do you propose that Celtic get through a team that are sitting with 5 at the back and then 4 just in front of the 18-yard box? It's very, very difficult to pass through that. It's very, very difficult to pass through that. Hence the reason that the ball tends to look as if it's going from side to side, right in front. And see if Celtic were playing side-to-side football in the Celtic half, I would be overly concerned. But they're playing this side-to-side football in the opponent's half. That tells you something itself. That tells you we've got them pinned down. We're not playing side-to-side football in our own half the majority of the time. The side-to-side passes generally, the Spanish have tougher skin than the Scottish guys. Yeah, you tell me about it. You're no joking. Brendan Rodgers on Amazon just now. Why is he on Amazon? What's he shopping for at this time of day? Does he not know that there's a game on? Just had chili for breakfast. It was the right choice. Let's see what they're saying. The land of the Twitterati, the land of the crazy. First up was Celtic Rab. He said, excellent team. Next up was Connor. Why does Taylor start? Genuinely, why does he start? Trusty, not dropped. Brodge has thrown a swerve here. 3 points and up the road, boys, says the grand old team. No wonder guys are coming through the ranks want to leave us. It's Kyogo brace today is the next comment. Sean then goes on to say, how many games in a row has Alistair Johnston been poor? Interesting. It'll be interesting if Alistair Johnston puts in one of these tremendous crosses today and Kyogo puts it in the back of the net. Was it not just a few games ago, in fact, that Alistair Johnston put in one of these famous crosses and Kyogo put it in the back of the net? But Sean says, how many games in a row has Alistair Johnston been poor? And then next up, he said again, same guy, how many games did respectively Cameron Carter Vickers and Kilmarnock have? No Palmer. Oh, there's a thing. There's no Palmer in the team. Oh, is there something about to happen in the transfer window? That's something we never spoke about. Is there something big about to happen in the Celtic transfer window? There is no Lewis Palmer on the bench. Luke McCown's on the bench, which means that he's obviously taken the place of Lewis Palmer. But no Louis Palmer can point to there could be an incoming Lou Barry at Celtic this weekend, and Louis Palmer's been given permission to head to España. Oh, come on! Are Celtic about to make their first announcement in the next 24 to 48 hours? Hence the reason that Lewis Palmer is not even on the bench at Celtic Park. We'll all be looking to see if Lewis Palmer is in the stands or anywhere to be seen during this game, because I tell you one thing, if no one sees Lewis Palmer, he is off ski. Weakest piss, says Holy Goalie. Adamida, who's consistently shite, makes the bench, but Johnny Kenny, who was supposed to be getting a chance, doesn't. F off, man, pointless. Even bringing him back from the loan. Strong team. Luke McCowan didn't get a start. Luke McCowan will be on at half time. Ralston, Scales, subs. No other defender. Norobski, Kilmarnock invincible again. By Kenny, it was fun while it lasted. Harsh on McCowan. Drop McCowan's the next comment. Interesting. And then a few. Kenny nowhere to be seen. Comes on, has a good 20 minutes at County and hasn't been seen since. What's the point in having a youth setup? Celtic fans are upset about the fact that the younger players are not getting their chance with Brendan Rodgers. If Brendan Rodgers was to bring in younger players today, and you could understand. You could understand if it was a lower league team and we bring in some of the youth players to get a chance. You wouldn't necessarily need every single first team player. When you look at the squad, you look at the starting 11 and the benches. Who will dance on Christmas videos now? Oh, James. Oh, Jesus. But anyway, when you look at the starting 11 and the players that are coming off the bench, who do you leave off the bench? Palmer's away for a sunbathe. And make fun at the Rangers transfer window. 2,000 fans at Clydebank, fans at Hibs. Seen on another station. Needs to be the form to start today. Celtic's first half have been terrible. The first halves have been terrible, and when you look at it, that's Rodgers for you, says Paul Baird. The younger players came in and got beat. Folk would be moaning that we never played the strongest 11. Folk need to get a grip, says Kieran. Exactly, Kieran. Exactly. You need to have the strongest 11 for this. If we were to go out this early on in the Scottish Cup, and remember, Kilmarnock put us out. The Premier Sports Club at the first time of asking last season. Brendan Rodgers doesn't want that to happen again. Brendan Rodgers will want to win a treble for himself, so that he can be one of these managers that has wiped the floor with everything. And it's hard to win trebles. You know, you can say whatever you like, but it is hard to win trebles. And if the manager didn't play his strongest team today, Tam Mac, you're right. You're right. It is. It's just gone crazy. But anyway, it's been a shitty week at work. I've had a heavy week work-wise, and thank God it's over with. Aussie Online says has to be two. Don't mind what Brendan Rodgers put out, so as long as we win, Baz, says Gus. Right, now that we've seen the team, put up your predictions scoreline. I'm going to go for Celtic 3. I'm still going to go for 3-1 Celtic. I think that 3-1 Celtic. Don't mind what Brendan Rodgers does as long as we win, Baz, says Gus. Kieran says that goes for the league as far as Huns are coming for us. Huns are coming. Sarah says it's got to have the young players put out the cup. We have a youth team. It's not good to put on the young players. Yep. Aussie Online's going for 3-0. Kieran's going for 5-0. Lubo is going for 2-0. Big Dom is going for 3-0. Folk under 25 thinking winning trebles is the norm, says Mark McKenna. Yeah, they do. And that's the thing. They think that it's what you do is at Celtic, we go out and we win trebles, when it's not. It's a very, very difficult thing to do and it shows you the how good ultimately Celtic have been over the last 10 years or so. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Martin. 5-1's up next. Baz, if we go 3-0 up, then should give Kenny some game time. Says Celtic mad, but Johnny Kenny's not on the bench, so we can't give him game time today. Stephen Kelly's going for 4-0 Celtic. Mon the Tick Mick's going for 3-0. Hail, Big Stew. Jason Lee's going for 4-0. Jesus, they've just all jumped right up there, haven't they? Where is it? Lorna, God, they... Jason Lee's going for 4-0. Baz is going for 5-1. Stephen Johnson's going for 4-1. Ali's going for 4-0. You need to give them a goal tonight. I think Baz, we appreciate all your efforts for us. No worries, Big Des. Lovett says 4-1. Mark Scott's going for 3-0. David's going for 2-0. Chris Murray agrees with me. He's going for 3-1 Celtic. Lorna Gallagher's going for 3-0. Richard is on the take. He says that Taylor's going to score a hat-trick and it's going to be 3-1 to Taylor. Casper clean sheet. Dave Stewart's going for 3-0. Mr. Quinn's going for 3-0, a hard win, and I think so. Brian Hart says, just before my father passed away in October, we put £500 on a Celtic treble at 7-1. 7-1. We rested players against Falkirk. Just a reminder, says William McLaughlin. Yes, and look at that result. It was, it wasn't going the way we thought, and YouTube has just frozen. Why has my laptop done that again tonight? Get rid of some of these screens. I need to refresh because I cannot see a single comment now. Let's get back into the studio. And the comments went in. Andy's going 4-0. Dyson Maida to score. Big Des, have we got to the pub? Yes, I'm going to the pub. And it looks like I may be drinking alcohol-free beer because I'm going to have to drive. Taylor, 6-0. Taylor to be sent off. Something Today says 3-2 Celtic. Gary D says 4-0 Celtic. Sarah's going for 4-2. They're going to get 2 dodgy penalties. JJ's going for 2-0 Celtic. Gus Fitzsimmons going for 2-0 Celtic. J1888 is going for 4-1. 3-1 Celtic, says Dave Morton. Celtic Maz going for 4-0 Baz. And other ones is William McLaughlin's going for 2-1. Exactly, Martin. The 90s are why we don't appreciate this so much. Why we don't appreciate this so much. The 90s are why we appreciate this so much, what we're going through. Who cares the score as long as we win in style and job done. Will you be happy with a dogged performance for Celtic today and a close victory, or do you want Celtic to go out and turn on the style? I want Celtic to go out and turn on the style. Celtic 3 and the other lot 1. Anyone will do. Personally, I'm going for 2-0 Celtic. I think Greg Taylor and Hatate are in the shop window, hence they're playing, says Paradise. Found Aussie online says we're not pinching some of Scotland's best young stars like Andy Todd. I think that we're not pinching the young stars in Scotland because it's, will they come to Celtic and the wages that they want to come to Celtic, and then where do you fit them into the team, and ultimately are they good enough, and will they hang about until they get their first team action? Brendan's at a really difficult place right now with what he's trying to do to the squad. He's trying to bring in youth through the squad. The youth think that they should be getting paid more money than what they're being offered by Celtic. The youth then go elsewhere, so we're then having to bring in 20, 21-year-olds at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million to make up the shortfall from the inadequacy of our own. And let's face it, I mean, there's not many of the big clubs down in England who are doing fantastically well with their academies just now. There's not many shining stars coming through most teams down in England. Everyone's buying in talent. So, you know, it's not just a Celtic thing. Trusty goal and man of the match, Kuhn and Maida and Keogh got all to score, says Celtic mad. Dave Morton says he's away to the off sales. There you go. You know, got that very sort of, I would love them to trash Kelly, thrash them, absolutely thrash them. Tyler manager always complaining when we beat them. I think that we need a good 4-0 victory against their manager just to shut them off, just to shut them up for good. James says that midfield is not bad. It's a winner, a strong tackler. Hatate is a luxury player, too inconsistent. Should have had McCown, Engels and Bernardo in the midfield and Kilmarnock on in the 60th minute. I've never tried alcohol-free beer. The alcohol, I've got to say, the alcohol-free, the 0-0 Guinness, to believe it or not, is actually quite good. And when you're driving, it's just one of those things. Baz, do you think that Snoop Dogg will invest in the club? Hopefully he doesn't smoke some of that Colombian 66 in front of the squad. It would be absolutely fantastic if somebody like that, but let's face it, he's not going to buy more than the 49% that a certain man already owns. What you need to be asking is, who are the two guys that are the second and third biggest shareholders that stay in Scotland? One of them owns over £10 million worth of shares, another one owns over £5 million worth of shares in Celtic, and they never go to AGMs, they never partake in anything to do with the club. They are secret, silent investors that are just there in the background. But they are number 2 and 3 after Dermot Desmond. And one of them owns a plumbing company in Scotland. Anyway, that's, what time is it? Oh, I better get going. Shit, look at the time. But as when you visit the drink along at half time, it won't be today because I'm going to the pub. I am off to the pub. I'm going down to the Hoops Bar to watch the game. And I don't even know if how quick I'm going to get up the road after it. So we'll wait and see if there is a live after it. Just keep an eye out. I'm not going to schedule one in because I'm 20 minutes down the road. So anyway, on that note, have an absolutely fantastic game, every single one of you that's going to be watching it. And all you Celtic fans all around the world. Where's the end video? Come on, you boys in green. Glasgow's green and white.
Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the